Welcome, everybody, to the Single and Stiletto Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima, and I'm a matchmaker and dating coach at Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I'm also the founder of Single and Stilettos. I'm so excited today because today we have Nick Carson. He's the author of The Power of Women Over Men and How to Use It. And I'm so excited because today he's telling you how to show a man you're interested in him through your body language. And I know, ladies, you're dying to know how to show a man you're interested in these ways. But before we jump into it, Nick, I would love for you to tell our audience a little bit about you and what made you write this book about the power of women over men.
I wrote this book between several other writing projects because I've always had a lot of female friends, and I love that. And I've always found myself being asked for men advice over the years. So, I found that a lot of the questions women kept asking me, were very similar, the same kind of things. And you could just see that the typical male pattern. And I knew as a guy what was going on. So I had a few people say, like, you should write a book on this. So now I've written the book. So,
well, good. So ladies are getting the inside scoop from men, and I bet men aren't happy that you're giving ladies the inside scoop, right?
I think some aren't, actually. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that from other male experts. So, but I know, when you're out on a date with a man and you're dating and you want to show him you're interested, you can say certain things, but what a lot of people don't realize is that your body language actually can sometimes say more than words ever could. And so how can a woman show a man she's interested just through her body language alone? What's your first tip?
You mean as in already on the date, or attracting him from across the room, or just they've already...
Anything. How can a woman show that she's interested?
Honestly, the biggest thing, smile. Just smile at a guy. When a woman smiles at a guy, it is such a big green light. Men just love it because despite their huffed up chests, they are nervous. They've checked you out. They really want to come and say hi. But and if you can sense that, I mean, they'll be hesitant. But if you can just look at a guy, hold his gaze for a couple of seconds and give him a sweet little smile, it is such a big signal to, like, you can approach me. So, yeah, I would have to say that.
And I know, ladies, that you've heard that a million times about the smiling, but I think it's really important for you to hear that from a man's perspective, because I tell that to my female audience all the time, and they're like, icon and smile, and it's so easy, it's so simple, but you heard from Nick, it's what men look for, right? So what's your second tip?
I would have to say holding his eye contact for 2 to 3 seconds. That's actually quite a long time to stare at a stranger, but also with you're on a date, you're having coffee or having dinner, whatever, holding his gaze while he talks to you. That's a really big thing, to really listen to a guy and not have your eyes flicking all over the place, just to really listen, because we like to talk too. It's not always beer and football and racing cars. We like to have a great conversation, and conversations with women are so different to conversations with men. So when she's interested and also engaging in the conversation too, that's really cool. We really like that.
Yeah, eye contact is so important. I mean, like you said, it's not even if you just see him across the room and making that eye contact for 3 seconds, like you said. It's a long time, but you should make that eye contact. But even if you're on a date, because you're right, if someone's looking then it seems like you're not really interested or you're not into them.
Yep.
Or you're worried about everybody else in the bar. You're looking for the next best thing out there.
You're checking out the other guys, and he feels like he's boring you. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not doing too well here with this woman. Yeah, that's what they feel. Yeah.
That's important. Okay. Well, what's your third tip on how a woman can show a man she's interested through her body language?
Keeping it low key, but leaning in sometimes when you want to talk to him, just leaning in a little bit into his space says a whole lot. Like when leaning into a woman's space for a guy, it's like, you better be sure she's okay with that. But a woman can kind of lean into your space anytime. We don't mind, we like it. So leaning in and a little hair toss. When women do that little hair toss towards a guy, drives them crazy, really bolsters your confidence. We love it. Men just love that. It's like, I like you, and I'm going to stroke my hair toward you in front of you. That's a little thing, but it says a lot to us.
You know, it's interesting that you said that, and I think it's important to emphasize this is about how going into personal space is how it's okay for a woman to do it, but some men are a little bit more cautious about that because if they're not sure if a woman's interested, they're afraid that she may, get defensive or say, "What are you doing?" or become protective of herself, and so a man kind of just plays it like cool in that way, and he kind of waits for her to enter his space, right?
Yeah, or you've got to be very sure. Like if the arms across the chest, if her body's kind of closed, it's like do not do it. But if she's got the defenses down, she's smiling, giving you eye contact, good feedback, her hands are on her lap, and she's looking really chilled out. A guy will be like, I can lean in a little closer, or just snuggle up a little closer to her, maybe. And yeah, those little things are big signals.
So I know we said we were only going to do three, but I'm going to ask you for a fourth one. Do you
Sure.
have a fourth one?
Yeah, totally. Touching a guy's hand, like if you really like him, but you think he's not sure, even just a touch on his finger as you crack a little joke, or if he has tried to be funny, even if it's not that funny a joke, give him a little giggle, but just stroking his hand, or if you need to go to the bathroom or get another drink, touch his hand. That is a huge thing. Like, she's touched me, boom, green light, she likes me, I'm doing okay here. That says so much. I've touched you. I'm a woman and I've touched you. I initiated contact. Might be just one finger, but it says a lot.
Well, and I just want to point out, because this is one of the things that I will tell my clients is you want to cross, if you're interested in a man, you want to cross that touch barrier, because it's like I said about if a man touches you before you touch him, he's always a little nervous. Is it the right time or not? So if you touch him on just the hand, it gives him the green light. Because usually if women aren't interested in a man, they will not touch him.
No, that's why it is such a big thing. And we know that. We know that. Just that stroke along the hand or a tap on the shoulder says a lot. Like, I'm interested. You're going to have to keep working, but you're in so far.
Yeah. And when I've done that before, when I was single, was what I would do is if the guy said something funny, I would laugh and just touch his arm while I was laughing.
Yeah, totally. Men love that.
Yeah. So ladies, if you haven't thought about doing that, that's very, very important. So these have been some great tips. So Nick, tell our audience how they can find you in your book.
Probably the best place to find my book is on Amazon. It's on several places, but Amazon's the most popular so far.
Great. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on the Single and Stiletto Show. Our show is available both in video format and podcast format. If you like to view the videos, you can go to singleandstilettos.com. And if you like to view get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. If you would like to get our free ebook on 3 secrets guaranteed to attract any man based on scientific research, you can click right here on the video, or you can go to singleandstilettos.com.